It's a pleasure meeting you all in another video. In this video, I thought of discussing few questions based on work done. In our previous video, we have discussed about whether work done is a state function or path function, and we have gone through a few examples. So let us apply those ideas here to approach this question. I'll do the same question in two methods so you will understand how they are interrelated and which one is easier. So generally the work done is the applied force into the distance. Let's find what are the applied forces here. Here we have a friction acting downwards, and that is given as 150 newtons, and the weight is downwards. You are to apply a force along this direction to move the box up the slope. Let's consider it as F dash. How can we find F dash? F dash is equal to F plus mg sine theta. So F dash is equal to friction is 150 Newton, mg is 200 into sine theta, that is half, that's 100. Therefore F dash is 250 Newtons. Next, let us find out the distance that it has to be moved. So this is the distance it has to be moved. Sine 30 is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite is 1.5 and hypotenuse is d. So sine 30 is half. When you simplify, you will get that d is equal to 3 meters. By applying the equation, work done is equal applied force into the distance. You have force is 250 into applied distance applied is 3 meters. Therefore the product is 750 joules. So it's the fifth answer. Now let us try to understand, or let us try to approach the same question with the ideas we have discussed in the previous video. So according to our idea in our previous video, the work done against gravity doesn't depend upon the path. Here you have two types of work done. One of the work is against gravity and the other is against friction. So the work done against gravity is independent of the path. Although the path chosen to take the box to the height 1.5 meters, the change in height is 1.5 meters. So work done against gravity is 200 mg into h, that's 1.5. By calculating, you will obtain that it is 300 newtons work done against gravity. And then you have the work done against friction, that is 150 newtons into the distance. You can calculate in a similar manner, it's 3 meter. So you have 450 newtons, 450 joules. So correct this as joules. Then the total work done is the sum of them, that's 750 joules. So if you have the idea clear, without writing any equation, you will be able to calculate this mentally too. So far we didn't have any questions like this. What is the work done against gravity only? Okay, so we can expect in our future papers. So having this idea is very important according to me. Next we have a question from 2017 past paper. So let's try to understand the informations given here. Monkey climbed a certain vertical height along a vertical rope with uniform speed 30 seconds. So it took 30 seconds to climb this distance. Later the same monkey climbed the same vertical height along a spiral path. So the length of the spiral path is given as 75 meters. Same power is applied throughout its motion in both cases. So we are supposed to find the velocity with which this monkey has climbed this spiral path. Okay, now here in any of the place they didn't mention this path has friction. So you have no other choice to do. Consider this path as a frictionless path. So there is no friction, so there is no work done against friction. Then there is a work done against gravity only. As we have discussed in the previous question and our previous video, the work done against gravity is independent of path. Because it reaches the same height in both cases, the work done in both cases is the same. It has the same work done. W is the same. What is power? Power is work over time. They have given the power is same and we have found the work done is also the same. Therefore, there is no any other choice. The time taken for both motion has to be 30 seconds. With this idea, the distance of the spiral plane is 75 meters. So 75 meters divided by 30 seconds, it's 2.5 meter per second. It has to be the second answer. Next we have a similar question where you should find the minimum length of the inclined plane that is required to move a 30 kilogram ice cube to a height of 1.5 meter. So here, why did they say an ice cube? You must have an idea. The ice cube is slippery, right? Therefore, there is no friction. You can consider there is no friction. Then the work done to move this block up the plane to a height of 1.5 meters is equal to the work done against gravity, because as we have discussed in the previous question, you will have two types of work done. One is against friction and the other against gravity. Here there is no frictional force, so the work done in this box is just the work done against gravity. So we can apply we know applied force into the distance or the length of the plank here is equal to the work done, and the work done here is the work done only against gravity, that is mgh. Therefore the applied force F is given as 75 newtons and the distance is to be found. Mg is given as 300 newtons and the height is 1.5 newton. So by simplifying, you have 5. Then when you simplify for D, you obtain that it is 6 meters. Therefore, second answer.